Hey friends, and welcome to another video. In this book I want to give you some book recommendations if you want to delve into the beautiful field of the finite element method. So without further ado, let's jump right into the first one. So one that I also bought myself is this one from Ottoson and Patterson. It's called Introduction to the Finite Element Method, as you can see right here. And this is a quite old book, so it's from 1992. But the cool thing with this is that it basically covers every topic that you need to know about, almost every topic. And it's I think perfect for beginners. So if we jump to the first chapter, you can see that it first gives you an introduction, what the finite element method is, of course, how it's used and so on, and where it is used. And then in the second chapter we have matrix algebra, which is quite cool because you don't need matrix algebra only in engineering, but also if you jump to maybe data science, if you use deep learning, artificial intelligence in general, and so on. Then the classical approach comes when in the third chapter we will derive the truss analysis in the book, and this is quite a common approach also in universities. And in the fourth chapter the book jumps to the strong and weak formulations. So if you don't know what the strong or weak formulations are, no worries, we'll cover that in a future video, so make sure to stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so. And if you're completely new here to the channel, first of all, welcome. And my name is Yusuf, I'm an engineer and I do videos on engineering, AI, neuroscience and some podcasts. So if you enjoy what I do, please hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. But now let's get back to the book. So in chapter 5 then we will deal with a very important theorem of the Gauss divergence theorem. Then the cool thing here is that this book also deals with the heat flow equations. So this is a quite uncommon approach as far as I know, and also professors use the more simpler and more easier to grasp approach of if you have a bar element or think that these bar elements are like springs, then you can easily derive the equations, as you might have seen in one of my last videos about the finite element method, where I have done a beginner's guide, and there I derived the equations, which is very simple. For a better understanding, I think it's good to also have the heat flow equations. And the book then jumps to weight functions, what weight functions are. Again, one-dimensional heat flow equation. Then what a mesh is. Spoiler alert, I'll do a video on what a mesh is soon. And the book then explains what stresses and strains are. We jump to linear elasticity. And without mentioning now everything, you can look it up in the internet if you want. I'll put the link down in the description of the book. Isoparametric finite elements, which is a very important topic, but also numerical integration like Newton codes or Gauss integration, or how Germans say it, Gauss integration or Gauss Integration if you want to be precise. Yeah. That's, I think, a very good book. However, the downside of this book is if you want to have exercises, this book unfortunately does not have any exercises, so it's only a book about the theory of the finite element method. If you want to have exercises, I would definitely recommend that you have a look at the book from Fish and Belichko, which is a very famous one. It's called A First Course in Finite Elements. And I usually recommend this to my students when I teach them about the finite element method, and they really love this book and they use it when preparing for an exam. The thing with recommendations is that it's my personal opinion, but from what I've seen from my students and the feedback I've heard so far, these books are really great. Apart from that, the idea was also to create a list of books. So I will use LaTeX and create a PDF document, which is quite short, and we will work on this book together, or at least PDF together, to develop this kind of PDF for other students. Please put your favorite finite element book down in the comment section and I will make sure to include it in the PDF, and this PDF can then be downloaded on my Patreon page absolutely for free, and I'll use Patreon just as a host for this PDF. So with that being said, I will do another video about book recommendations, which will be super interesting, trust me, about computational fluid dynamics. And I also have some books about CFD as well. And if you're interested in turbulence, in finite difference or finite volume, make sure to stay tuned for the next video and we will cover that for sure. So if you have any questions in the meantime or suggestions for future videos, as always, put them down in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe, share the video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure to activate the notification bell. And with that being said, make sure to keep engineering your mind and see you in the next video. Peace.